everybody, I hope you're having a nice day. So I'm here today to show you my makes for June. I've got 4 things to show you. I didn't quite make everything, but I have got 4 nice things to show you. Starting with this, which is the Leah hack. So I made it into a blouse, and if I stand up you can see, here it is. So I've made it relatively short because I think that I probably will wear it tucked in more than out, but I do really quite like it with these Ultimate trousers out as well. And what I did is where the waist seam is on the Leah, I then extended it by about 15 centimeters, and I sort of where the darts were, I then kind of brought them down into a continuous waist dart. So they're definitely shorter than they are. So they're shorter below the waist than they are above the waist, but I wanted to keep it fitted because I wanted to make sure that when it was tucked in there wasn't too much excess, and also when it's out it looks like this. I'll just show you from the back. I did exactly the same at the back as well, so I've kind of fitted it in there, and I put more buttons than you normally would put on the Leah dress at the front because I really like that sort of small little button quite close together, and I wanted to make that a feature on this. I made it out of our Swiss dot, which was so lovely to work with. It just irons really nicely, sews, cuts really nicely, and we have now got it in lots of other colours. Yeah, you want to check those out. We'll make sure we'll put a link to it in the comments below. If they're not all up this week, they are definitely going to be up by next week. So yeah, lots of summery colours, a yellow, a kind of tealy green, bright red. So I think I might make this in a red actually, because I don't have enough red in my life. I know I love pink, but red is also a really nice colour for me. So yeah, I might make a red one. And it was quite quick to make, so I made it in a few sort of stages, but probably took me all in all maybe 3 to 4 hours. So not bad at all. And that's with all the buttonholes as well, maybe 4 hours. So yeah, so really like this. Glad that I've got it in my wardrobe. Going to be wearing this a lot. I think I'll also wear it over jeans. I've got some really nice high-waisted jeans that I think I'll enjoy wearing it with. So yeah. One more thing I wanted to say, a lot of people have said that they feel like it's too low for them. If you want to make it less low, just decrease the seam allowance on the neckline. So the neckline should have a 1 centimetre seam allowance, but if you make that 5 millimeters, then you can basically bring it up a little bit further, and that will help kind of make it not as open. Personally, I really love it. I think it's a really nice neckline, but I understand if you've got a fuller bust you might not want it quite as low cut. So yeah, try that. Or even if you wanted to, if that wasn't enough, you could just build up on that. So the neckline, you could just add further to it and make the facing a bit deeper to match that as well. So kind of just building it up like that. You just need to make sure that you don't build it up there, otherwise the wrap will get bigger as well. Not a particularly technical answer, but hopefully you get what I mean. Okay, on to the next top. So next up is my shift dress. Oh, not shift dress, shift top. This is, out of all the things that I made, I think this is the one that surprised me how much I've liked it. I expected the other ones that I would like as much, but I thought maybe this one I wouldn't as much as the others. But I really, really like it. I just think it's so pretty. I just love this lace. I'm very fussy with my lace. I don't like lace that looks tacky. I don't want things to look too bridal. And I think this lace is just perfect, and the colour is lovely as well. So it's nice and cropped, because I often wear the high-waisted trousers or skirts, so it would look great over a Lizzie skirt, or nice with these Ultimate trousers. So it's bagged out here, bagged out kind of the whole thing, the bodice section, and there's no opening at the back because it's big enough to get over your head. You don't need to put the little opening in. And then the sleeves are obviously not bagged out, because it's pretty to see the lace on its own, and then the hems are just kept separate so that you've got that movement at the hem. So basically you don't do the facing, you just cut out the crepe the same as you do the lace. You join them at the neckline, and then you have to usually hand stitch them in around the armhole, or you can stitch them with the machine onto the seam allowance, and then you hem them separately. That order isn't perfect, but that's the kind of gist of it. And 3/4 sleeves I think is pretty because that lines up with the cropped hem length. Really nice. Really nice. I think there's some of this left, but you know, you could use any lace or any fabric that's kind of cut out, so like embroidered cut out cotton would look pretty as well. I know we've got some really lovely pink embroidered cutout fabric. I'll put a link to it in the comments, so that could look really nice with a different colour behind, because that's also nice. I've done with obviously white behind this, but you could do yeah, contrasting colour. I think that can look pretty. So yay for number 2 make. On to the next one, and I've got to try and not get this lipstick on this top. Sleeve length's a really tricky thing, because if you cut it at the widest part of your arm, then it makes your arm look wide, so it's important to avoid that. And I think at the moment this is at the widest part of my arm, so you want to kind of be either at an angle at the top, because that can be more flattering, or you want to make them slightly longer. Yeah, but it's a t-shirt, I'm going to wear it a lot, and it was so quick to make, definitely, and made it in an hour. Really, really easy and really quick, and definitely one I can make more of because it's a nice length project. So yeah, I think I'll make another one, and I'm going to try lengthen, sort of making this a bit bigger up here so that it's a little bit looser and maybe a bit shorter. But I'll try and wear it on one of my videos so I can show you what it looks like. So that's make number 3. I'm leaving the best till last. Okay guys, this is the Rosie culotte hack, and I absolutely love this. It's just, oh, it's perfect. So let me show you. So I've got the thick Rosie straps. There's no boning in there. It is lined, or rather bagged out, with cotton, so a lightweight cotton lawn or voile, and that's giving it a bit more structure, because this is a rayony viscosy. Well, I don't know what this is. It's sort of viscose crepe actually, combination. Then, yeah, let me step back so you can see the culottes. Can you see? I've positioned the camera in a bad position this time. So, culotte length. These are our ultimate culottes. So what you have to do is you have to change the width of the panel and also move these darts. So the darts and the panel are lined up with each other. So you do need to do that, otherwise it looks awful if they're in the wrong position. And it's just a compromise between the two, because if you move one in too much, it can look odd, because obviously you've got to line up with the bust as well. So you're taking the lines from there and moving them out slightly, and then moving these in. The fit though is perfect, and I have to say that Lisa did do this for me, and she's done a beautiful job of it. I didn't have time in the end to do this, and because it was like the main thing that I really wanted to do, I wanted to make sure that we still featured it. And I think because it's such a good hack of our 2 patterns, I just wanted to make sure that we did it. So thank you, Lisa. It's a beautiful, beautiful job, and it's so comfy. So making the Rosie dress, we obviously say don't make it in a crepe, but if you make it like this, with this kind of strap, and with bagging it out with a cotton that will then support it, you can definitely make it in a crepe with this kind of combo. I don't know if the skirt would look quite right, because you need structure to create the pleat, but if you're doing this hack, it's really perfect. It's so comfy. Yeah, love it so much. I can't get enough of it, and I'm definitely going to try and make another one, because this is the sort of thing that I feel very comfortable in the summer. It's kind of past my knees, but it's still nice and loose. This is the sort of thing I just love wearing at this time of year, and in this weather it's really cool as well. Feel very confident, and I also think that this is perfect for like a kind of a wedding outfit, or even for work. So I'll definitely wear this to work with some flats. But I've got a wedding in Wales in 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks, and so I think I'll wear this. I've got this really big chunky necklace that's like kind of corally red colour that goes with this fabric, so I think I'm going to wear that with this. But yeah. So those are my projects for June. I think it was a really nice combination of hacks this month. I'm going to try and keep up doing more hacks, or more slightly different things, like using the lace for patterns, so that you guys can see them in a different way. I'm like, what am I doing next month? Next month I've already picked my fabrics. I can't remember how many hacks, if any hacks, I'm doing. I'm sure I will be. But I'm definitely going to make a poppy play suit, because after I did that 5 summer patterns summery, I realised I really need a poppy play suit in my life, so I'm definitely going to do that. So yeah, tune in to see those. But for now, I'm going to shoot off to a meeting. I'm filming this on Thursday, and I've got a meeting now to plan issue 4. So we're already moving on to the next issue of my magazine. So we're doing 4 a year. So we basically get one over. We have a little bit of a break, and then we start working on the next one quite soon after. So I'm going to meet Lara and Catherine to discuss that. And if you're on our mailing list, you will have heard about Clapham, and I feel I need to say something about that because obviously it's a very sad thing. We are closing our Clapham shop. Our time there has come to an end. A combination of lots of things that's made us decide to close it now, but it's been a very difficult decision, and a decision that's taken me a long time to make. But the business has changed so much over the past few years, and we've now got this incredible, amazing flagship store in Islington. We don't need 2 stores anymore. We can do everything that we need to do out of 1 store, and we've got so many exciting things that we're working on, and this means we can focus on those even more. So our PDF patterns, our online classes, all of those things which I know you guys like getting from us, we want to be able to have more attention for that. We're obviously really sad though that Clapham is coming to an end, because that's where I started all of this. That's the first shop, and I will always have very special memories of it, and it will be very painful for me to be driving past it and it be somebody else's shop, but I wish them all the best. It's a gorgeous shop. I'm so sorry to our South London customers that we are depriving you of that, but I hope that you will come see us in our North London Islington shop, and we will be able to stock at that shop with even more fabrics. So that means more fabrics for our online shop as well. I think one of the things that has helped us become the business that we are today is being flexible and allowing the business to steer us and to adapt to what it needs. And it's no longer saying you need 2 shops, it's saying you need 1 amazing shop with more fabric in it. We'll have a full schedule of classes on there. We'll add even more evenings. So at the moment we don't run classes every evening, but we will do. We'll also have our daytime classes and of course our weekend classes. They're going to continue to run, but it's also going to allow us to have the resources and the time to put out more online classes, more printed patterns, more of those. And for me, on a personal note, this year has been crazy. I think a lot of you have said, how are you managing to do all of this? And since it's been almost unsustainably busy, I have had to step back and rethink what I want to focus on, myself and the business, and make sure that we're not spreading me too thinly. And that has also been part of the decision, because I only have a finite amount of time, and so it's been lots of reasons why we've come to the decision, but that's certainly been on a personal note a factor for me, that I just don't have time for everything at the moment, and I want to make sure that the business is getting the best bits of me, and I'm focusing on the bits that we really need me to focus on. Clapham will be open to the 17th of August, and there will be a sale the last week before we close, so make sure you stay tuned in to find out details about that. But for now, that's it. I'm going to come back to you next week with a fabric haul, some lots of gorgeous fabrics. Hope you all have a lovely weekend. Don't get too hot. Stay in front of a fan, drink lots of water, all of those things. Try not to move too much, and I'll see you then. Bye.